record on this recording in progress. Okay, and we are going to get started. Welcome guys to our August Be Awesome team meeting. And oh my gosh, there's just so much, honest to God, my brain was like exploding because there's so many new things and so many things we want to talk about. But you know, the first thing I want to talk about, most of you know, I got an accident yesterday. And I'm going to say that I believe in positive affirmations. I really do. So I had to stop and look at this and say, God is so good to me. Okay. And I am forever blessed in my life because I firmly believe, first of all, my airbag did not go off. So with my airbag not going off, it did not, I think it would have crushed my back had my airbag gone off, you know, so that in itself was a blessing. The other blessing, I didn't have my new car. That was a biggie. That was like, okay, I'm excited here. And I said earlier, I firmly believe had I not hit that man, he would have killed the woman next to me because he was just coming so fast. He would have just T-boned her. And, you know, she was not as old as I am, but she was still old. So that's the good in it, right? God is good. I'm alive. My back doesn't hurt too much. My neck's not bad. I said to my granddaughter last night, hey, look at it this way. Maybe it knocked the crystals back in place and I'll never have vertigo again. Who knows? Who knows? So anyway, again, positive affirmation, guys, you got to look at the bright side of things. You've got to be thankful for the things that we have. We are blessed and we just kind of sometimes take a back seat and just sometimes there's some things like in our world today. I'm one of those people, I don't want to talk about this. You know, if you're at my table, well, we are not talking politics. We are not talking religion. There's just certain things you just don't talk about, friends. You know, we're going to jump right in and we're actually going to jump a little bit ahead. We're going to go back a little bit later, but Michelle is going to share with us tonight. And she has Michelle does a lot of 1-hour shows. For those of you who I think we've probably talked many times about it. I know she's done a training on it, but for those of you who don't know, Michelle does a lot of 1-hour shows. And I think she has a show at 7:30. So I asked her to come on this month and talk with you just a little bit because Michelle had a goal last month that she reached for. And Kimberly, I know that you also worked really hard on your goal. Because I know that, but I did happen to be talking to Michelle and man, I almost screwed her up. Let me tell you. So Michelle's going to jump in and talk to us about her goal from last month and what she did to achieve her goal.
I was looking for my book. I think it's in my car. Hey y'all, I'm Michelle Womack, a director here on Team Be Awesome. So I've been having a lot of mindset setbacks. Mindset setbacks, can we call them that? Lately, I am really good at overloading my schedule, like with things, not necessarily IPAs, not the beer, the income producing activities. And so I say yes to everything, yes to my kids, yes to people that like I barely even know. I just do everything for everybody. And so my priorities got a little out of whack and my schedule was not where I needed it to be this month. And the last 2 months, I kind of took off a little bit and went on a mental hiatus and a vacation, which I desperately needed. And so did my children and my family. And it was amazing. And I would not change it for the world. With that being said, I started the month out traveling home from our vacation and just not in the headspace or the calendar space that I wanted to be. And so I needed to hit our team goal this month. I just needed to. And in order to do that, I needed to hit my better goal. So I set 3 goals a month. I have a good goal, which is my minimum of personal sales. I have a better goal, which is like just to reach a little bit past that good goal. And then I have a best goal, which is like my best ever month. And so I knew I needed to reach the better goal in order to reach the team goal. And let me just tell you, it wasn't looking good. It was like the 20th of the month. And I was like, okay, Michelle, you've got to figure out what the heck's going on here. Like get your together and figure this out. And so I turned to the bookings and I booked 4 parties last week, all to be held last week. And I also did a Christmas in July shared rewards event that I hosted myself. So here's why. So my hostesses are amazing. I believe in my hostess coaching, but out of those 4 parties, 2 would flop, 2 would flop, 1 would flop, 1 would drop, and 2 would be good, right? And I knew that if nothing else, the one person I could count on was myself. And it all changed for me because I didn't believe that before last week. But I went and got Jamie Kern Lima's book. And in the first 2 chapters of her Believe It book, it talks about your self-belief and counting on yourself. And when you're in the tough times or you're struggling, it's how you handle the situation that will determine the outcome. And it's who you become in those moments that become your victory. And so I was like, okay, buckle up, Buttercup, it's time to go. And literally my head was down, tunnel vision, full force ahead for the last week and a half. We hit our goal on Saturday night at like 11:30, 8:30 p.m. And my shared rewards did $1,300. That was in less than a week. $1,300. I treated myself like a hostess and did exactly what I would have asked a hostess to do. And it made all the difference. That's the most successful shared reward party that I've had. I did it Christmas in July, so it was really light and fun and exciting, and people loved it. And I did a stocking stuffer where every 5 orders that we got, I would put a little gift into a stocking, and I'm going to do the drawing later tonight on my page for the winner. Anybody who ordered or shared the link gets in the drawing because you have to have both. You can't just do orders only. So if you order or you share, you get in the drawing. And it helped. It made all the difference. So we made it. I'm proud to say that we made it. We overcame. And you know, thinking back about it, the one thing that keeps like replaying in my mind is even if we didn't make it, look how far we came. Like $1,300 extra in sales for me. Do you know what that means for my paycheck? Right? Just on a personal level, not even with overrides and stuff. That's huge. And then I had team members stepping up and they were selling off their cash and carry to their locals to replace with new stuff. And y'all, we pulled together and we did it. It was unbelievable and it was amazing. And so going forward, my goal is to keep the momentum, keep the attitude, to set goals every month that maybe stretch us a little bit. And friends, it's not over till it's over. So if it's the 20th of the month and you're not happy with where you're at, you've got 10 days, 11 days. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on your team. Don't give up on your family and your why, because you can do it. You just have to put your head in the sand and get going. And buckle up, Buttercup, because it's going to be a ride and we're all going to celebrate the victory.
Absolutely. Thank you, Ms. Michelle. And I have to tell you something. I needed to get an air fryer. So I told Michelle, look, you know, you've worked so hard, you've come this close. Let me get this air fryer. I need it. My grandson wanted it for Christmas. So I got it early. What difference does it make? It was shared rewards. I got a great deal, right? Here's the thing. My daughter had used my credit card to book her trip to the Bahamas. My granddaughter had used my credit card for something else. So when I gave Michelle my credit card number, or actually I put it in, I put it into the shared rewards, right? And I said to her at 11 o'clock, I'm going to bed, but I put my order in, you should be fine. My credit card didn't go through, guys. Now I got a $10,000 limit on my credit card, but they must have figured it was fraud because so many different people used my credit card that day. Why am I saying this? Try not to wait to the last minute, because I'm sure Michelle was ready to shoot me, pretty much. I would have died had it been my fault that she didn't reach her goal. But really wasn't my fault, but it is the credit card fault. Anyway, my point is, guys, be careful not to wait to the last minute. Miss Kimberly, I know that you had a great goal and your team did amazing this month. How did you pull it off?
Well, so it is all about mindset. I was not going to give up. I also had to make this goal this month, and it was going to have to be up to me as well. And, you know, when you become a director, that's one of the things they tell you is that you're the one, you have to do at least half, if not more than half of the team sales. So I did a Christmas in July. I also encouraged my team to do Christmas in July, but I did a little twist on Christmas in July, and I did it with a shared rewards party, Christmas in July. So, so they got deals on top of up to 25%. So we got up to 20%. I think it was like an $800, $900, 800-ish, somewhere around there. Anyway, it was pretty good, $800 more than I had. And then I had this lady who wanted to buy the air fryer and the blender in the shared rewards party. Right. And I was like, exactly, Kathy. And I was like, well, so here's I had a little fight with myself. I'm like, well, I could be like, this could totally push us over the top. And I could be selfish about it, or I could do the right thing and tell her to have her own party and get it for free or half price. So I did the right thing and I told her to have her own party. And so we're wrapping it up tomorrow. And she had $500 in orders. I threw it together Tuesday night. I started Thursday because then I figured Thursday was pre-party, Friday, Saturday, and I really pushed early orders. So right now she's, I think I'm like at 450, and it's only August, what, 2nd, 1st, something like that, 2nd. Yeah. So, and I personally messaged my team. I just personally messaged them to try to help the team. And I didn't tell them like, this is it. Like, if we don't do it, XYZ will happen. I didn't do that. I just asked, you know, for them to help. And that's how we did it.
You guys did great. And that struggle that you're talking about, that is such a real struggle for us as consultants. When you have somebody like Kimberly said that, okay, I want the blender and I want the air fryer, you know, you want to say, well, okay, great. That's going to be great for my commission. That's going to be great for my sales. It's going to put my shared rewards or whatever party you're doing over the top. But the bottom line, guys, is Kimberly, you did a great job because we're building relationships, and that will mean the world to her somewhere down the line. It truly will. It will change how she feels about you. Even though it might not change your commission at the time, it's all about building relationships. It really and truly is. Congratulations. Good job. Okay, so conference. How many attended conference? Did we all attend conference? Holy smokes, did we all love it? May I say, I really hope that next year we can be there without a doubt. Unmute yourself and somebody tell me what you're most excited about with conference.
Table.
Table. Renee, table. Miss Kimberly, what's most exciting for you?
I mean, all of it,
Yeah.
really.
Elena, are you excited about table?
Yes.
I've been in the table pilot, and I do not feel that I explored it enough. So I'm telling you that the platform that they come up with, the things that they have done. Hello, Libby's grandson that's waving at us in the background. The things that they have done, the things that you're going to be able to do is absolutely amazing. And I think it's like anything else. I think it's like the shared rewards program. Once you get into it and once you know more about it and you use it more, you are going to love it. And it also gives you that option for people who are not on Facebook, number one. Number two, people who are tired of Facebook, then you don't like today, just for example, I was going to try and post the host special. And before I posted the host special, I thought, oh crap, I can't do that because there's 60,000 other consultants today that are posting that host special. So I went to my PicMonkey and I put it in my little frame and hi darling. and I went ahead and I changed it, you know, and now it's on my desktop like that. So that's exciting that we don't have to do that anymore, because I literally spend hours in my graphics. I do the national whatever day it is, and I take the whole month and I put it in my frame, because there might be 20,000 other consultants that are using that same graphic. So you will not have to do that on Table. That is really super cool. The breakout sessions. Which breakout session did you do that you felt you got the most out of? And I'm not talking about Table, because we talked about Table, but Renee, what ones did you love?
I'll be honest with you, with all of the freezing up and not being able to hear people talk during those breakout sessions, I really felt like I didn't get a lot out of conference this year like I did last year. And even when our keynote speaker went on, they told everybody, don't chat, don't ask questions. And 5 million people got on there and was chatting up a storm. And half of her presentation was frozen. You know, I had to restart. It froze and even went back to the main screen of Thrive. So I was very disheartened this year about everything.
Now, have you gone back and listened to any of the breakouts?
Yes, I am. And I'm doing it slow so I can take notes better and get more out of it than what I did at the time. And I do have some exciting news for you.
Yes, you're coming to Florida.
I'm coming to Florida in September.
Yay!
I'll be there on the 6th for 3 weeks. So we'll have to get together.
Absolutely. We'll plan a party. Yes, Elena, you too? Absolutely.
Yeah.
As far as why are you just there for 3 weeks? Why aren't you permanent?
Well, when the housing market gets better, then I'll move, Kathy. But right now I can't afford any of the houses down there.
That's true. Okay, back to conference. Just to let you know, I have this thing on the wall that's got these little hooks, and because I want to clean my desk off, right? You guys know that I meet with Wendy on Friday, and we all talk about different things that we share ideas. And one of the ideas that she had is you should always clean your desk out before you go to bed at night. So I've got my little hooks over there, and this is conference. This is the breakout sessions. Okay, you can see my notes, but I started going back over each one of them individually, okay, and listening to them where I don't have any other confusion, where there's nobody else is around. So I highly recommend that you do that. I think the new products, of course, yes.
How long are those going to be available?
August 31st.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I think the new products and Table seems to be what everybody's the most important, most happy about. So let's talk about Table for a minute, okay? August 2nd, which is today, Table training is available on Dash. Okay. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, August 17th, all consultants will get access to Table. So you have time to get comfortable and stop building your outline before it officially launches. On the 18th and the 25th, you've got to go to these Teach Me webinars. They're amazing. I've been to many of them. They're really, really, really good. Okay. And on September 1st, you can start holding your parties for Table. Okay. So you want to write that down. And by the way, you can find that in Stir. For those of you who don't go to Stir enough, you really, 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 really want to go to Stir. The Dash training, like I said, I'm going to share my screen because this cracked me up. I spent a lot of time on Dash. Do you guys spend a lot of time on Dash lately? I have. So we're going to go to the home and we're going to go to Dash. Okay. So this just updated today, right? This kills me. I got to start all over again. Okay. So here we go. Getting started. They updated it. So I'm already locked out of a couple of them. I've got to go back and do it over again. So just to let you know, for those of you who have done things in Dash, okay, I'm sure that this won't take more than a minute each, but it's probably just letting you know about what's new that they've done since conference. So that's why you're going to see where a lot of these, I mean, look at this. I'm locked out. Here's your Table training, okay? And once you take this first Table training, the second one will unlock for you. Okay, and they really and truly do not take that long at all. And while I'm here, while we're sharing, let's go back to Consultants Corner and let's go to Stir. Okay, guys, you need to spend time here. Did you see this right here? Products that are dropping for the fall. Have you all seen this? Okay, so if you click on that, I can never, it never comes up for me. Where you come on? There we go. So of course the blue are going to be there until they're sold out. Okay, but a lot of things surprise me. Your blenders, obviously, your graters are going to be gone. I'm surprised that the fluted cake pan and the spring foam pan for the quick cooker are going to be gone. That kind of surprised me. Because I know I use my spring foam pan and I use my my cake pan a lot. So that kind of disappointed me. And I'm not sure, I mean, is this the last cake pan set that we have? So these are things, guys, you want to be aware of, that they're going to be gone as of the end of this month. Okay. These are discontinued. And they don't, I haven't seen a printout, an actual graphic of this yet, but anyways, it's in your Stir. Okay. So check out your Stir so that you know exactly what is going to be discontinued. Okay. So now the Dash training, check this out. I went through and I think I got everybody. I even got the people who didn't put down hashtag. So guys, when we have challenges going on, if you be sure and use those hashtags, it makes it so much easier for me to pull it. But anyway, this is for 25 PC dollars. Okay. This was the challenge. Get in there. All right. We got one here. Here it is. And see if oh, Miss Amy Hubble. She will be getting 25 PC dollars. Yay. Amy did a great job the last 3 months in, I think she got quite a few of the like level 1, 2, and 3. I'm not sure exactly how many. So now let's talk about the specials this month for selling. Okay. 25% off our electronics products. That is amazing. 25% off the quick cooker, the grill, the blender, and the air fryer, right? Did I get that right? Okay. So here's the thing I want you to do, guys, when you do your graphic and you sell and you put out those, like, I'm going to share my screen again and go over here to my desktop, because I did, let's move you over here for a minute, move you over. Where are we? So you've got your August, your specials. Okay. And again, this is what I told you that I had done. I went ahead and I put it in my own border, because so many people are going to be using this month that you want to make sure that you do that. Now, the other thing that I did, and I don't see it here, so I don't know what I've done with it, was I went ahead and here's what you want to do. You want to take your picture of your blender or your food processor, whatever. I mean, your air fryer, and figure out what the 25% off is. Look at you, good girl. Okay. And that is what you want to put for a price, because people don't, it doesn't mean anything when you say 25% off. But if you say to them, you know, so it's $279. Okay. So $279 times 25%. Okay. That's $70 off. So now you're up to $209. If you're a past hostess, you get another 10% off of that. Okay. And oh, by the way, if you're actually going to be a host and you've got a half price item, now you're paying like $100 for the air fryer. So when you post that graphic, what you want to make sure that you do is that you post the graphic with a price tag on it. Okay. So that's our small appliance sale. 60% off the enamel, and especially the 2 new ones. So again, you want to put that out there with the price. Has anybody tried cooking in the new enamel yet? Anybody? You have? What did you make, Lisa?
Believe it or not, I made spaghetti and meatballs.
And which one did you use?
I used the one with the small flat, the The one with the cover, the smaller one.
Okay,
Skillet.
I did the pasta right in there, and then I drained it, and I threw everything in for the sauce, threw the meatballs in, and when I was done, I threw the spaghetti in.
I haven't even, Michelle, what, you made something, I saw it online. The
Oh.
chicken something or other?
The chicken gnocchi.
Mm.
It was so good. It's gonna be a regular around here.
And you made that in the large one?
No, that's in the skillet as well.
Oh, in the skillet, okay. I haven't, my stuff is still sitting,
Yeah, the cast iron skillet,
okay,
the
yeah.
round one.
Yeah, this is Leanne. I want to make that one next, but we made the chicken divine in the 14x10 yesterday, and it's one of my
Ooh.
husband's all new favorites now. He went crazy for it.
The chicken divine, when I saw that recipe, I laughed because I used to make that all the time. Miss
Mm.
Amy Hubble, you just came on. Guess what? You won the $25 PC dollars, the 25 PC dollars for the dash training.
I saw that. Thank you.
And by the way, Amy has done all of the dash training. Of course, she's going to have to go back now and do it again because it's all been updated. But okay, so we want to talk about how important it is to have a full calendar in August. Guys, don't go showing off your new fall product unless your August calendar is absolutely full. Okay, now I know the Christmas in July was phenomenal for Michelle and for Kimberly, but you know what? You don't have to do a Christmas in July. You can do a fall clean out sale. You can do a welcome fall. You can do a pumpkin and apple team sale where or party where you have team pumpkin and team apple. I mean, I know that I think Michelle did one of these last year. And you know, you want to post recipes and pictures of pumpkins and then one of apples and then the products that you use with it. And so there's certainly different parties that you can do in August. Back to school. Okay, think about this, guys. Back to school for kids who are going to college. You know, who the college dorms, they need stuff for their college dorms. So that's definitely something that you want to think about for August. You want to try and get your party submitted by the 15th of the month. Number one, green by 15, of course. That means you get paid on the 22nd. But more importantly, if you've got that party or two parties that are done by the 15th, then you're not waiting until the 30th of the month and stressing out to get those parties in. It's so important to top load, front load your calendar. It really and truly is. So how many people have a goal for how many parties they want to do this month? Miss Lisa, what's your goal, darling?
10.
10, and you're virtual, right? 10 virtual parties.
Well, I'd like to do 10 total. I actually have one home party coming up in 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Miss Elena, do you have a goal for this month? Are you already booked? I know you've been crazy booking.
Yes, because of the local businesses groups, the two of them that I joined, and I had a couple of in-home parties, and everybody wanted more in-home parties. And then I got to squeeze them all in August because I had to cancel a couple of weeks last month. And actually, one of them did not have guests last Sunday, so we had to postpone. And another one today told me she prefers a catalog party because of the second wave now. So I wanted to say that I am counting on Table to help me a lot for what's going to be postponed or it's not going to be in home. But I still have 4 or 5 parties this month.
Excellent. That's excellent. Yeah. And I want to tell you something. Elena joined a networking group that I was a member of, and I dropped out of the group, not because the group wasn't great, but when Mary had left Pampered Chef and I kind of got hit with 300 people that I didn't know, my world got a little bit turned upside down, and I did not have time to go to this meeting. But here's the difference between Elena and I, and this is a personality, guys. I never got anything out of it that Elena gets out of it, but that's clearly because I didn't put enough of myself into it, and Elena has. She has done an amazing job with these two. Now the boss lady I had not been a part of, but the one in Tuesday I was for like 2 years. So you know what, everybody just looks at things differently and attacks things differently, and you just don't know. You know, the bottom line is just ask. That really and truly is. So we've got, you shared rewards this month. That's super do. You got party themes going on, back to school party themes. I know here in Florida, we're going back to school this week. Oh yeah. Aren't you glad you're not here, Kimberly? Yeah, my step granddaughter started school today. Yeah, absolutely. So August is an especially huge month for your parties, because if you've got your if you've got your August full, it's going to bring you into September. And September is the beginning of the fall season with your new product, and it'll just blossom. It'll just grow. It really and truly will. So consistency is the key to your income. It's the consistency to the fast track. It's consistency. It's the key to, if you want to earn the incentive trip, it's being consistent. If you want to earn excellence, if you want to just get paid as your level every month, if you want to recruit, it's being consistent. Consistency is not one of my finer attributes. Okay. I often say that the only thing I'm consistent in is being inconsistent. I'm embarrassed to say, but it's the truth, except in my Pampered Chef business and the love of my family. There's no question there. But even with my business, I mean, I've always been consistent. I've been in the business 12 years. And in the 12 years that I have been in the business, I don't believe I've ever had a month where I've sold less than $2,000 a month. But then there were many months that I was at $4,000 to $6,000, and I have not been there this year. So it's time for me to get back and be more consistent, to set your timer, to set your, how many of you got the new timer? Did y'all get the new timer? I got the old timer right here. This timer is sitting on my desk. Did you ever hear of the word Pompadora? Any of you who might have been in any of Mary's trainings, you know that the Pompadora moments or minutes, you set a timer for 20 minutes. Now, before you set that timer, you decide what you're going to do. Are you going to make calls for booking? Are you going to make calls for recruiting? Are you going to make calls for sales, or just customer service? Whatever you're going to make those calls, you set that timer, you have your list in front of you, and that's what you do for 20 minutes. At the end of 20 minutes, get up and walk away. You'll get more accomplished if you shut off your messages, if you shut off your phone, if you shut off the TV, if you shut the door so your husband doesn't come in and talk to you, and spend that 20 minutes being focused and consistent every time. Okay. Let's see. Some of the people that you want to reach out to in August is perhaps people like Elena, who maybe had booked a party and they've canceled. So reach out to them in August. You know, if they absolutely cannot do August, well, then reach out to September. Don't ask them about September until they tell you no to August. And if they say, a lot of times people will say, my friends just had a party, and it's just too close to what my friends have. I completely understand and respect that, but you know what, my new catalog come up September 1st. And oh my gosh, we have 30 new products in our new catalog. Can I send you a catalog, and can we pick a date? I have September 8th open. Would that work for you? You always want to end with a question and a date. So it's the two things that you always want to end with, okay? So of course, you still have the new spring products that you can be, new summer products you can be offering people, all right? And let's see. Oh, you want to go back to people who might have purchased any cast iron, enamel. You can run a report, and you can see who's ordered the enamel in the past. Those are the people you want to reach out to and say, oh my gosh, we've got 2 new pieces of enamel. Can I share them with you? Oh, and by the way, you can get them at 60% off in the month of August. As far as the new summer products, you want to go back and do a print off of the people who've ordered any of the Cool and Serve, which by the way, we still can't get the large Cool and Serve. You're not getting that till mid-August. But you can still, go ahead and reach out to them and say, we've got some new Cool and Serve. Can I share a recipe with you? All right. Those are the ones you want to work out to. All right, Oop, page number 2. Look at this. I spent all kinds of time printing out pages today. Now I have to read it. All right, so what we want to do, again, we want to, in August, you've got the back to school small appliance, you've got the August taste buds. Oh, Lisa, by the way, all over here, it says, let's talk about market for a minute. Lisa, I'm gonna pick on you. Yes, you and I talked about the marketplace. Okay,
Yes.
and you have people who are in taste buds. So tell us what you're going to do about that.
Well, I've actually already sent them a message. And actually conference wasn't over yet about the add-on marketplace. And I only have 3, but they were all like that. They were all like, oh, that is cool. So I'm like, so, you know, because it comes every month and I know they're not really ordering the spices. So this will be a better opportunity for them to try them out.
So can you
Because-
just explain, just in case anybody didn't get to that part of conference, explain the marketplace to everybody.
So what that is they're going to have 10 products, plus some 10 pantry products that are going to be available to anybody that has a Taste Bud subscription or Enrichable subscription, where you can add them on to their order, to their subscription as a one-time purchase without shipping. So if they're getting their taste buds and they need 3 different seasonings that we happen to have in the marketplace at the time, then they can order them and get them with their order without any additional shipping. They're also going to have what they say, I want to say what, maybe 15 or 20 other products that they'll have in there that will rotate in and out, that they can get, you know, maybe a food chopper or, you know, something, I don't know, you know, don't know what they're going to have yet, but they'll be able to get it without the extra shipping. So that's going to actually boost our sales if you have subscriptions with some of these customers tremendously.
Now, when you have, are you a taste bud? Do you get your taste buds?
Yep.
And do you go live when you get them?
Every time,
Good girl. And do you cook recipes?
once a month,
Nice.
sometimes twice, depending on what I've gotten, or sometimes I'll go back and show an old one. I did that last week.
Right. So that's going to be super cool. The Taste Buds Marketplace. I really think that's going to be a terrific add-on. And you got to give Pampered Chef credit for coming up with all these just little, I mean, they might seem little to us at the time, but if they're $15 or $20 and you have 3 people, you know, that's like $60 extra that you've got in sales, you know, every single month. Michelle, do you have the Taste Buds?
Yeah, I absolutely love them. And I have a whole week in my VIP scheduled this month to go over pantry items. And I'll open my Taste Buds live during that week and talk about the benefits. And the biggest thing for me is like a lot of my customers are moms with young kids, right? And so my biggest sell on it, believe it or not, is y'all, 3 nights this whole entire month. That's 1 night a week at least. I don't even have to think about what we're having. I just got to buy the ingredients. And people go crazy because the hardest part for the meal prep is what are we having? And they want something new. They don't want the same old stuff. So that has been huge for me.
Yeah, I was getting it, and every time I got it, every time it would come in, I would go live. I am terrible about going live cooking dinner because quite frankly, it's just Jack and I. And you know what I had for dinner before I come on tonight? A peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I mean, I do not think that I can go live doing peanut butter and jelly toast, you know? So I'm and I was really good about being consistent and doing it every Wednesday, and everybody loved the videos, and I've gotten away from it, and I've got to get back to doing those videos like Elena. Oh my God, Elena's amazing with her videos. She's crazy amazing. But I don't cook that much anymore. Like I had 8 people for a dinner party on Saturday night. I wasn't about to go live on something that took me 6 hours to make, you know? So you do definitely want to go live in your VIP group. We are going to move on to recruiting this month. Okay. Has anybody set a recruiting goal for themselves? Miss Kimberly, what's your recruiting goal? 2. Lisa? 2. Michelle? 2. I need 3 because I only recruited 1 last month. So I need to recruit more. So let's talk about the recruiting special. First of all, let's talk about the new kits. Holy smokes. Are they phenomenal or what? I mean, do you want me to pull up a picture? You pretty much all have it. It's what? It's 70. Let me pull it up because guess what? I can't even remember how much is 79, 159. And again, I went on here and where's my new kits? This is where I can't find anything. New kits. Here we go. And again, I put it in a frame because there's 60,000 other consultants using this printout here. You don't want to be put in jail. And oh, by the way, when table comes, you don't have to worry about this. But you've got the starter kit for $79, the deluxe kit for $159, which has the upgrade to the Dutch oven, which is super cool. But this one for $279, holy smokes. I mean, you can get the griddle for goodness sakes. How amazing is that? But here's the thing, guys, in the month of August, when you're recruiting people, okay, you want to recruit people and let them know that when, not if, but when they hit $1,250 in their first 30 days, they're going to get a complete rebate. How cool is that? That is super, super exciting. You need to be making a list of people who in the past have even showed the slightest bit of interest. Let's talk about this for a minute. Let me stop sharing. Let's think about this. Do you know anybody who needs a new car? Do you know of anybody who would love to take their children on a vacation and not put it on their credit card? How about somebody who'd like to go into the Christmas season without putting their Christmas presents on a credit card? Anybody got kids going off to college? Because I've got grandchildren in college. You know what that costs me? Every once in a while, it's a $50 Venmo, $50 menu. Maybe it's more than every once in a while. It's quite a bit, actually, you know. So if they've got kids going off to college, or even people whose children are young and they want to start saving so that their children do not have a $300,000 college debt. Okay. And trust me, that's not hard to do in today's world. I know my Joshua is in Rochester Institute of Technology at $65,000 a year. Okay. So those are the people. Make a list, check it twice, and just reach out to them. And you just want to say something like, you know, I am super excited about, and I wrote this down here. I wrote, hey, how are you? I hope that all is well with you and your family. I am so excited about our special this month, and I immediately thought of you. Would you like to hear more? That's it. Don't write a book. No, that's it. Plain and simple. If they want to hear more, that's when you want to tell them about it. Okay. If they don't get back to you, bless and release, guys. I spend my life at this point in my life just blessing and releasing. You know, you can't stress out over people who do not get back to you, over people who ghost you, you know, who people, don't worry about it. There's plenty of other people out there. So you want to reach out to make a list and set your timer. Okay. And do your 20 minutes on your Pompadora. And oh, by the way, who wants to tell us about the special that you can earn as a recruiter? Anybody know what you can earn? Yes, Miss Michelle.
You can earn the chair.
Yeah.
You earn 1 chair, you get 4, you earn 2.
Absolutely. You get a
folding
chair.
chair.
They're super cool. And then what about the giveaway? Lisa, what's the giveaway?
Lots of stuff, including a trip.
Right. Isn't it 41 giveaways?
41 consultants are going to get something for recruiting the end of the month.
In the end of the month. And then there's a one big trip, right?
The big trip. I don't remember where it is, but it's a trip for everybody, or not for everybody.
It was someplace in California.
Oh yes, that's right. That was,
It was
a
really neat looking place in
Yeah.
California. So here's the thing, guys, it all goes back to making a list and reaching out to people. You know what? you can either do the Pomodoro, where you sit down and you reach out to your list of people for 20 minutes, or reach out to 2 people a day. If you reached out to 2 people a day, 5 days a week, that's 10 people a week. That's 40 people in a month. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. That's how you eat an elephant, guys. That's all there is to it. And I think that I've hit about everything that we talked about on conference. Is there anything that they talked about that I missed? Oh, Miss Lisa. You thought you were going to get
I
away.
didn't do it. It wasn't me.
You thought you were going to get away with me not coming back to you.
I was trying.
Lisa set a goal last month after conference. So we're talking the end of the month. And Lisa's going to tell us what her goal was and how she achieved it.
I actually, the goal was in accordance with conference. I mean, with conference, it just kind of solidified it. But because I had recruited one person, which killed me because it was like going to be an awesome party. And it was. She did a real great job on it. But I recruited her before that. And then right after conference, I just signed up another one. So I got 2 in a matter of, I got 1 a week. And I have one more that is still thinking about it and will get back to me. So I got to reach out to her.
Now,
So-
what did you say?
Well, I sent them, I reached out, and the one that I signed before conference, she's a single mom. She, had mentioned that she was going to go back to student teaching, or not student teaching, substitute teaching, so that she could be at the school with her kids. But there was a problem because the kids got out before the subs did. And I just went, ding. And I just told her, I explained the opportunity, and I told her point blank, I said, it's going to be what you put into it. That's what this business is. It can be great or it can be nothing, but it all depends on what you want. I asked her what you want. She's like, I want to make a car payment. I said, okay, let's do it. And then I told her about how many parties you would have to do to make a car payment depending on how many. And she's like, oh, I said, you can do it out of the gate. There are people that do. It just depends on how much you want to do it. I mean, if that is something that you want to do, you put your mind to it, it can be done. She signed up. And then the other one, I just sent her, I was going through my list of my Google Docs, and I missed this one. She said she wanted to be contacted by email. I'm like, oh, I hate emailing people. It goes to spam. So I emailed her, and I kid you not, within an hour, yeah, I am interested. So I got on a call with her and told her same ins and outs, this is what you have to do. That's how much you want to make. Okay, then you'll have to do approximately this many parties. You can get your rebate back, but you need to schedule about 6 parties in there just to stay on the safe side, with the qualifications. And she's all go. Had a call with her today. She's awesome. Awesome. So
I think that's what's super important when you're talking to someone about what their goals are. First of all, the very, very, very first thing you need to establish is what they want to make with Pampered Chef. What is their goal? What do they want to do? Because when they say to you, oh, I don't know, then you can't work with them. You just can't. Okay. They need to say, I want to make $100 a month. I want a pedicure, a manicure, and a cup of Starbucks coffee. Okay. If you want to do $100 a month, that means you basically have to do at least 2 parties a month. For me, it was a car payment. I'm sorry, it wasn't a car payment. It was health insurance. That was $400. And at that time, it was all live parties. That meant I had to do 4. 1 always cancels. So I always book 6. And I'm happy to say that since I've been with Pampered Chef, I've never made less than $750 a month. And this is, okay, I'm going to do a moment of confession here. Wendy and I were talking about our whys, and she said one of the things from conference that she really got out of conference is to reestablish her why. I know, Michelle, you're great with your why. I know Vivian, I love to listen to Vivian talk about her why. Lisa, your why. And I have to stop and think about this because, and please don't take this wrong, Jack and I are at a different stage in our lives than any of you are, mostly any of you. He's 80, I'm 70, okay? I don't really know anymore what my why is, because quite frankly, you know, what am I going to do? Work myself and leave it to my kids to spend? I don't think so. First of all, they all have more money than I do to begin with. Okay. So I have really, Wendy and I were talking about this. It's time for me to sit down after this party is over this week and decide what my why is. Because until I know what my why is at this point, I don't think I'm working to my full potential. Because I don't know where I want to go. And if I don't know where I'm going to go, how am I going to get there? I mean, I know I want to make a certain amount of money every month. Yeah, that goes without saying. But it's not the same as knowing what your why is. So after Jack's party is over, I'm going to sit down and figure out what my why is and what exactly I want. Because it's so funny. It's not even about traveling anymore, because quite frankly, most of us are a little nervous about traveling, right? I mean, it's not like it used to be. It's time to sit down and think about your why. What is it that you want from Pampered Chef? And then figure out how we're going to do to get there. So that's everything I have for you guys tonight. I'm off to try and figure out how to finish this party of, you know, all of a sudden when I sent out the invitations, there's like 70 people coming. Okay. Are you kidding me? Nobody always says yes. Everybody said yes. So this is on top of being hit by a car yesterday. I called the caterer 5 times. I've called him and I said, okay, I just want to confirm. Yes, I have you down for October 8th. Excuse me? October 8th? Excuse me, it's August 8th, next Sunday? Oh, and I'm sorry, what is your name again? Excuse me? And can you tell me where this is going to be held? If I could have gone through the phone, I'm not stressed. I'm not stressed. We're going to get through this. So anyway, guys, that is it for me this week. I'm going to go and take Jack's high school graduation pictures over to April so we can get them blown up into big pictures, and I'll let you know how everything goes. Remember to work on, wait a minute, with the cut and seal and scoop and spread. Oh, make my own Uncrustables. Peanut butter and jelly in the blender. And what does it taste like?
It's amazing. You make the peanut butter, fresh peanut butter in the blender, and then make your jelly.
Fresh jelly?
Okay,
And
I
teach
thought you
them how
wanted
to
me to
do.
put peanut butter and jelly together in the blender.
No.
You were freaking me out there. Okay. First of all, it was peanut butter and jelly on a toast.
That's okay. You could teach them how to make Uncrustables so they can freeze them ahead of time and just grab and go. And it'll still be cold by lunchtime.
That's a great idea for your VIP group this week. So you could show off your blender. Okay. Either way, it's on sale, 25% off, and put the price in of what it is. And then talk about making the peanut butter, talk about making the jelly, and talk about the Crustable. Great idea, Michelle. As always, Michelle's VIP group is amazing, guys. She's just absolutely brilliant. I've been doing the joke of the day. Have you guys been enjoying my joke of the day? Lisa! One of the things I took one of the classes, one of the breakouts I took was emotional intelligence. And it talked about, you just want to make people smile. So even if you're just making fun of me, Lisa, you're still smiling.
It's pretty much exactly what I'm doing. I am getting a kick out of them.
Yeah.
I try to find the best silly emoji that I can find for you.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'll put that on there and all of a sudden I've got 109 people that have seen it, and one woman said to me, I love this. I sent it to my grandson and he absolutely loves it. It takes me, I just go to Google joke of the day. So, all right, guys, that's it for me. Have a wonderful evening. It's good seeing you all. Thank you for joining us. Amy, I'm sending for those today, so I'll let you know when they're on their way. All right, guys, good night.
Bye.